Hi everybody, this is Johan from Cozumel Tours by Johan and Sandra at cozumel-tours.com. And I'm here today to give you the latest update on the reopening of Cozumel as a tourist destination. On June 8th, Cozumel opened to tourism, and it's been open ever since, along with the other areas in the Riviera Maya like Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Morelos. All these areas, Isla Mujeres, are all open and have been open since that time. There are currently flights coming in to Cozumel, so especially American Airlines, but a lot of other airlines are now starting to come in as well. All of the hotels are pretty much open now. There's just a few that are kind of staying a little longer just for their own business reasons before they reopen, but there's no shortage of places to stay in Cozumel. The restaurants are reopening as a lot of them are already open already, and then each day it seems like there's new ones reopening as they get money and they get everything set up to reopen. Transportation is running. Even the public transportation is running now again. Taxis, buses, things like that. The beaches are open to tourists. So they're not quite, the public beaches aren't open yet to the residents. But the main places you would visit, which is like the beach at your hotel, beach clubs, and there's a lot of them in Cozumel, are all open. And the reason that these are open and not maybe the public beaches is because there's protocols in place at these places, and there's people there who are trained and certified in helping to make sure that the proper protocols are being followed, like the social distancing, hygiene protocols, that people are doing what they should do. And that the capacity limitations are observed, because a lot of places are having capacity limitations right now just to keep the amount of people down, keep the crowds down, give more social distancing by design. And as we go through these phases of reopening, there will become more and more and more capacity at all of these places, including the hotels, restaurants, tours, everything. So, however, right now, except for a few exceptions, everything you need to enjoy yourself in Cozumel is already up and running, and people are visiting and having a great time. This includes some of the most popular things to do in Cozumel, such as scuba diving, snorkeling, fishing. The fishing's been really good lately, actually. Of course, no fish being caught for 2-3 months, and still not many boats going out. The boats that are coming back are really having fish like every time. Of course, it's nature, nothing's guaranteed, but that's basically how it's been being. The water clarity in Cozumel is better than, it's always amazing, but people say it's even better than they remember. The coral reefs have started recovering, just not that they were bad before, just that they were under a little pressure from the cruise ships things. Now that hasn't seen a cruise ship now in a long time. So these reefs and the fish and the sea life has all come back even stronger than it was before. So a lot of great things awaiting you right now in Cozumel. The beach clubs are open. Not everyone, a couple are staying closed because until the cruise ships come back, which we expect. Right now they say September, not so sure. Might be later on, like November, December. They say September right now, and they seem pretty committed to doing it. We'll see. But until then, it's a great opportunity for cruise passengers who have visited Cozumel on a cruise to come to Cozumel and stay. See a different side of Cozumel that you never got to experience before. One where there's not so many tourists, so many cruise passengers, things like that on every activity at every restaurant. Get to know the people better, get to have more personal attention, get to see things you didn't even know that were there. So it's kind of a cool opportunity actually for that. Okay, so the only things that are not available to you right now, and hopefully by the time you see this video even, these things will be reopened, but right now at the time of this, at July 12th, it's not quite open yet. That is public beaches for residents, so but for tourists you could use the beaches. For Bars and nightclubs, not quite ready to open yet. Getting ready, but not quite ready. You'll see that there's still some fun restaurants that are restaurants, serve food, and you can have dinner and everything that have entertainment and are fun. But as far as like a nightclub or casino, things like that with big masses of people dancing and things, not really quite ready for that yet in the world. Maybe soon. Who knows? The other main thing that you might miss is the Mayan ruin sites like Chichen Itza and Tulum. Are not yet open. This is because these are places where huge crowds gather, and that's not really a thing right now that people should be thinking about. So until they figure out a really good protocol to be able to have people at the Mayan ruins without standing in line in 90-degree heat for like 5 hours to get into Chichen Itza, that once they figure those things out, they'll be able to structure it and make it so that people can keep social distancing, and then the Mayan ruins will reopen. Hopefully it's happening in the next month or so. That's what I've heard. It's all gossip at this point, so we'll see. But plenty of other great stuff to do. The other big parks in the mainland like Xcaret, Xel-Há, all of those type of things are all reopened. Garafon Park is open. Chancanab in Cozumel, Punta Sur, these type of places are all reopened already, so you can go to them. So there's plenty to do, a lot of things. You see a lot of amazing activities on our website, and pretty much all of those are available. Now, the only thing is right now, because it's just kind of starting to come back, tourism is pretty low. At a place where usually tourism's really high, and especially with cruise ships and things like that. So you will find that there are some public shared options that maybe are not available just yet, or if you want to do those, they can be available, but you do need to probably book in advance. Book in advance so that you can reserve your spot, and if some other people also join you, then you can go out on that tour, or the tour operator can get prepared. But if you wait till the last minute when you're in Cozumel and then expect to just go jump on any old tour, you may have a little bit of a challenge because they expected they didn't have people, so they didn't get ready. So private tours are a great option, though. Everything's pretty much running in a private basis. So if you, it's a little more expensive if you're just a couple or you're just yourself. But, it is, of course, you can do whatever you want. It's your own private tour, private boat, private car, whatever. But shared tours are available. Just check with our reservation center. We're here 7 days a week. To help you know which tours are running right now on a shared basis and which ones are not, which ones are only running privately. And of course, as the demand starts to pick up, so these will come back. So because they're permitted to run, they just maybe don't have enough people right now for some of the things. So if you are planning a trip for November, December, something like that, don't even worry about it. Go ahead and book. Everything's going to be open by then, barring any big event in the world. Everything will be open by then, and of course there's no risk to book. You're not going to lose your money if you book with us or anything like that. If your city gets shut down because of coronavirus and you can't come, you're not going to lose your money. So it's a good chance to get some of those advanced booking deals, and also to kind of start allowing people to forecast that demand later in the year so that they can start preparing and getting their things ready. So lots to do, lots of great things, chance to meet some new people. Just when you come, make sure to bring your mask, bring your hand sanitizer. Masks should be worn in public areas. They don't have to be worn at places that are set up for you to have social distancing, like your hotel, swimming at the pool, water sports, laying on the beach, going and sitting at a restaurant and having dinner. Those type of things, you don't need to wear a mask. So don't worry. These are all set up at your hotel. They're set up at restaurants. Everybody's been trained in this. But where you do want to wear a mask is public places. That means places where there's people around you that are not in your group, that are not maybe able to have a social distance. Airport, public transportation, grocery stores, shopping malls. Maybe it's at your hotel lobby when you're doing check-in, or a tour when you are doing, or a restaurant when you check in. Have your mask on because there's people around you. And then once you get seated at your table, you go on your tour, all of that, you can take it off and enjoy yourself and have a good time. So you don't have to worry about, the tan line or anything like that. It's just put it on when you're right there by those people, or you're negotiating with a guy at a shop, and then you can take it back off when you get separated. So that's about it. Hand sanitizer will be available everywhere. Everything's very clean. Everybody's taking it quite seriously. So the whole idea is that you're going to be safe, and you're going to have a great time in Cozumel. And of course, go back and tell your friends what a great time you had, so that they will want to come too. So that's pretty much it. We're here to help you with anything you need to stay on top of the latest developments in the reopening and COVID process, including statistics, numbers, all of that. You can click on the gray bar on our website at the top. You'll go to our coronavirus page, and there's lots of information there. We recommend that you check it out and read it, so you really know what to expect when you come. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great visit to Cozumel. Thanks for choosing Cozumel Tours. We've missed you. We look forward to having you back. Have a great time.